Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5am Club. It's just on 5:30 here in the city. I'm starting work at 6, so I thought I'd kick off with the Jim's 5am Club prior to getting to work. As you can see, the roads are wet. It's been overcast, it's been raining. There may be a bit of a sprinkle today. But I'll head off to work and basically take us through another book summary. I really enjoy the book summaries, and there are hundreds and hundreds of book summaries that I will be covering on my Jim's 5am Clubs. The other thing I'd like to acknowledge and to celebrate today is that this vlog is the 701st vlog. So I've done 700 vlogs, and this is the 701st. A remarkable achievement, something that I would never have ever have dreamt of in my wildest dreams. But it just goes to show what is possible once you set your mind to things, once you set yourself a goal, and the ability to be productive and to be able to crank and get so many things done. I just can't believe it. I'm delivering 4 or 5 vlogs a day, every day, and I'm doing it with little preparation, but with significant energy, love, and it's just something that I just can't see myself not doing as long as I've got my health, God willing. Anyway, whilst on the topic on productivity, I'd just like to do a bit of an examination as to how I've become so prolific in my ability to get things done. And there's a book summary that I'm going through today called The Productivity Project by Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey is a person who has spent his whole life examining productivity, having read many books and having done many experiments. So let's see what we can take from his work and to marry it up with our individual experiences and benefit from it, because we all need to be more productive in our lives to be able to get more done with the time that we've got available to us. So Chris, in his book, makes a statement to kick it off, saying that many people forget that the smartphone, the computer, and all the other devices that we've got available to us and around us are there for our convenience and our enhanced productivity and lifestyle, and not just for others to conveniently interrupt us. So I often hear people talking about, Facebook and social media and smartphones, and you're always on your phone and you're always this and you're always that. But people just take that negative approach, whereas the important thing to see and to realise is that these devices, and the applications that we have on these devices make us significantly more productive than what we've ever been in the past. The fact that I can deliver 700 vlogs using a mobile device and to record it and to capture it and to be as prolific as Aesop, who is claimed to have been the father of 725 fables, is just testament to how productive one can be once they've got the right tools and understand how those tools work and use them to their advantage. I use Facebook, I use Instagram, I use the phone, and all of this technology to benefit me and to make me more productive and to help me leave a legacy. And I welcome you to consider these devices and tools as something that you can use for your benefit. And it's not all negative. There's a lot more positives, because once you get on board and on these platforms and use them to your advantage, then, as we said, there are significant advantages which come from it. So the author kicks off the book by talking about the fact that productivity is a function of energy, time, and attention. Where we spend our attention, how we use our time, and how we use our energy. And it's interesting to see that the author uses the following analogy, that when you're young, you've got plenty of energy and plenty of time. But when we get older, we've got plenty of energy and plenty of money, but we lack time. But according to his research, according to his analysis, the author comes up with the observation that we need all three working together in unison. So we need to have energy, time, and attention used together in order to become productive and to make the most of the opportunities that we've got available to us. So energy, what's energy? Energy comes from our health. Energy comes from our health, our physical health, our mental health, our social health, our spiritual health. All of those things need to be managed so that we maintain health in each of those things. And the energy also comes from having a powerful why and having goals which get you up early and keep you up late and give you the drive to make the most of your life. The other thing is time. We've all got limited time. We've got 168 hours a week, as we've learnt from other Jim's 5am clubs. But the key is to make the most of that time, and it's a skill that you can learn. Using time and making the most of time is a skill that you can learn, and it's all about making and managing priorities, doing the important things with the time that you've got available to you, and doing and scheduling things and keeping lists so that you can get the things done that are important and that give you the biggest bang for your buck. And the third thing, attention. Attention is the key. So attention is our focus, what we choose to focus on. And it's all about removing and eliminating the distractions that we have in life that causes challenges. So let's go on to the next point in the book. The wind's starting to pick up, bit of a breeze coming, so I'll just make sure that I don't get too much buffeting. So the second point that the author talks in the book is the rule of three, and this is quite useful, especially for the young people. The rule of three, and the author wants us to consider talking or identifying three time frames, and the three time frames are addressed by three different questions. The three time frames are as follows. What three things do I want to accomplish today is one time frame. So what three things do I want to do today? Then the next one is, what three milestones do I want to complete this week? And the third one is, what three goals do I want to achieve this year? So it's breaking things into three time frames and allowing you, through the power of questioning, to be able to determine what those three things are and then to work on those three things. And the author also gives us a pro tip, and that pro tip is, whatever you decide to do, and each of us have different priorities and different things that we want to do, whatever you choose to do, add 50% time buffer. Add a 50% time buffer to each and everything. that you plan, because we always overestimate what we can do in the time available. So a powerful tip for people to understand that in order to get things done and in order to be realistic about what we do and how we do it, we need to be adding a time buffer to our plans so that we don't deceive ourselves and we don't delude ourselves thinking that we can do a lot more when in actual fact we're actually only doing a lot less. So the last thing that the author examines is the number of hours that people work, and he's come up with something very interesting, and I wasn't quite aware of this. I had an inkling, but once you have scientific process added to things, then you can see them in a different light. And what he's basically saying is the reason why most people work a 40-hour week is because 40 hours tends to fall into a time category that works for most people. So the author is saying here that if you work more than 40 hours, for example, if you work more than 55 hours a week, your sleep becomes interrupted and you slowly become less productive than what you would have been if you were working, say, 40 hours a week. But if you're working more than 60 hours a week, this is the clincher, this is the key message, then you need twice the time to do the same simple tasks as what you would have done if you were working 40 hours a week. So you end up becoming less productive the more hours you work. Very, very interesting, and something for everybody to take into consideration, especially for those people who are workaholics, who power through their day and have lots of time at work, that the longer you work, the less productive you become. And I guess from a business perspective, it's important for managers to understand that you need to manage your workers, your team, so that they're more productive. And also, I worked for a law firm, and a lot of the lawyers worked huge amounts of hours, absolutely huge amounts of hours, which would have impacted their productivity, especially when you're getting charged on an hourly basis. So what you don't want to do is don't want to be working or have the people who work for you working on a project and charging you on an hourly basis and working long hours, because what's actually happening is as they get through the day, the longer they work, they become less productive. So towards the end of the day, whilst they're charging you on an hourly basis, they're only delivering 50% of the productivity. So you're basically getting ripped off to a certain extent in that sort of scenario. So that's basically it today. So thank you very much for joining me on Jim's 5am Club. It's a beautiful start to the day. I love the city in the morning. It's quiet, it's serene, it's peaceful. There's hardly anybody about. And I guess it's time to head off to work now. So we'll finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, stay reasonable, and most importantly, let's take some lessons from this wonderful book that we've just reviewed, and understand that we need to make the most of our time, we need to have goals, and we need to become productive in order to get the biggest bang for the buck in our lives, and to enjoy the time that we have with the people that we have, and to be able to separate work, fun, play, and enjoy what time left we have in life. So once again, thank you, and I look forward to coming to you again tomorrow from a different location with a different message, a message of empowerment, where we go on a journey and live, learn, and pass it on. Anyway, let's see if I can cross the street here without getting run over. So we'll do a bit of a view across the road, all safe, pick up the car, get out of the way. So thank you, and we'll chat again from Jim on Jim's 5am Club on this beautiful, beautiful morning. Even though it's a bit overcast and a bit wet, we'll make the most of it and see where it leads us. Yasas, take care. Good luck ya from Jim's 5am Club.